Megan, and today I wanted to do kind of like an emergency video PSA to remind us all not to blow all of our money during this quarantine and horrible, crazy situations going on in the world today. Like literally, this is affecting the entire world. I can't wrap my mind around it. I can't even like think about the magnitude of this because it gets me down so much, and I just have felt like super like extreme low emotions lately, and I feel like all of us are going through that. And the one thing that I really learned through this experience is trying to check in on people, make sure people are doing okay emotionally, and I never really did that before, and I think that's something I'm definitely going to carry with me. And even when we're all not going through something like this, it's important to check in on how people are feeling, and a lot lies under the surface for all of us, and sometimes you really have to let it out. Like, I feel like I've cried so much during the past week, especially like a week and a half, and it just, you have to let it out. Like every time I'm bottling it in, and I can just feel like the tightness in like my upper body and just like the tension, and like little things are really helping me to feel better. And thankfully, one of the things that I haven't been doing is shopping, and I bought the silliest thing ever because of this. I bought the Comfy, which is like a sweatshirt blanket hoodie thing. It is massive, and it is amazing. So it's like a comfort blanket to me, and I bought a few things during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, but only things I was going to buy anyway. So my like purpose of filming this video is to remind you guys not to just go crazy with all of these sales. And if you're going to buy something that's now on sale, like that's amazing. Like definitely take advantage of that. But I definitely found myself scrolling on Neiman Marcus and Nordstrom because they are doing, or were doing, like 25% off of everything, which was like, they've never done that ever. And I was just like, oh my god, there's so much makeup I want to try, like all this high-end makeup. And it was still so expensive, like even with 20 or 25% off. So that really made me think, like, what do I want to do with my money during this time of like financial uncertainty and economic uncertainty? And it's just such a horrible situation with everything involved with the economy and people losing their jobs, and literally I cannot imagine how hard this would be, in addition to every thing that is hard for this for everyone. But if you lost your job as well, I am so sorry. I know the economy is going to bounce back after this, but it is just devastating what is going on. So I think it's really important for us to not be spending all of our money right now. And I am really trying to use this opportunity to save, because I'm not really spending money on gas. I'm not really spending money on like going places because there's nowhere to go. Everywhere is closed near me other than restaurants, which are like delivery or takeout only. And we're really trying to support our favorite local restaurants because small businesses are like struggling the most, as we know. And if you do want to purchase things during this time, consider supporting your local businesses. I feel like a lot of them probably have an online presence, and maybe you can buy a gift card if they're not, like if you can't buy merchandise through their website. And just trying to think about where you're spending your money right now is really important. And like I said, if there's things that you were going to buy and needed to buy anyhow and now they're on sale, do it. Like, take that opportunity. But don't like buy all this stuff you never were gonna buy or wanted to buy or thought about buying in the first place just because it's on sale, because that is a really slippery slope. It's something I have struggled with my whole life, and right now I know that if I start shopping I won't be able to stop, and that is something I struggle with to this day. Like, it's something that I've learned about myself, and thankfully growing older means you definitely get wiser through a lot of failures and mistakes, and I just know if I don't even start like shopping, I won't fall like down that path. So that is something I am really trying to keep into like at the front of my mind whenever I see like all these advertisements of sales. Just like considering how valuable money is to me and how much I want things that are intangible right now. Like, I want to see my friends like in person. I want to see my grandma and my Gigi and Grampy. Like, there are things that we cannot do right now that money can't buy, and I think that is what is really like driving this whole like thing home for me, because I know that when I finally am able to do things, I will appreciate them so much more. Like, I will appreciate just being able to like walk around the mall or things like that, like simple little things that now I can't do for an uncertain amount of time. And B, I know that I will want to spend my money on things like experiences, and that's what I've really been leaning towards with my finances over at least since the beginning of this year. And just to give you guys an update, because at the beginning of this year I talked about the things that I want to do with my money that aren't like shopping, and I talked about going to South Korea with my sister while she was studying abroad there in the summer, and that has been completely canceled. That was like the first like tipping point. That was before things really ramped up in the US, because this affected South Korea a few weeks earlier than the United States. And so they canceled like the spring and summer study abroads for South Korea, and I think now all study abroads were canceled for my sister's school. And so when this is all over and when we can travel and appreciate travel more than ever, our family is planning on making like a family trip to South Korea instead, because this was my sister's last opportunity for study abroad with her schedule at her school. Like, there was only certain periods that they like offered it, so she won't be able to do it anymore. So that was really devastating, and that was really hard to like understand and wrap our minds around. And then like things just, it became a domino effect with like the NBA shutting down, all sports shutting down, Tom Hanks and his wife getting it. Like, it was like all these things in succession, and every day has been really tough. And yeah, you guys know that. But I just know that when this settles down, I will appreciate travel, be it like literally just traveling in my area, or of course flying places, and especially traveling abroad. It's going to just be so much more like amazing. Like, I feel like we are going to appreciate so many things that we have taken for granted, or at least I have always taken for granted. Like, I try to be an appreciative person, but this has taught me to like another level of how much I really did take so much for granted. And right now I'm super grateful for my health, for having a job that I can do from home and still get paid. I'm grateful to have my family here, and to have like space, to have our own personal space while we are pretty much in the house 24/7. So there's a lot of things that are, to me, becoming even more important than they were before, and shopping is definitely like the bottom of the list. And yeah, I just kind of wanted to do like a stream of consciousness chat with you guys about this, because I know that a lot of us struggle with over shopping or spending too much when we do go shopping. And definitely, if you want to treat yourself, I'm not saying don't buy anything for the rest of your life or anything like that, but definitely consider like what one purchase might lead to, because at least for me, it definitely is like a downward spiral. And honestly, right now, I know the stock market is shit, but now is the time to put money in when the prices are super low. If you're young like me, you have the time for that money to build back up. In the stock market, it will always go back up. And so if you have some extra money, if you want to, we just did my taxes. My dad is my tax person, and I put $500 extra into my IRA to help with my taxes, because I always owe money from doing YouTube. They don't take out taxes when you earn money through Google, so I always have to pay when it comes to tax season. But certain things really help you, if you do have to pay, lower that amount. So I put $500 into my IRA, and so that obviously is going into like the stock market and stuff. I don't understand all the different IRAs and things like that, but I think mine is not as affected by the stocks. I don't know, don't quote me. But anyway, there are things you can do with your money right now that aren't necessarily just like hoarding lots of makeup or toilet paper or crazy things like that. Like it's tough to find toilet paper out there, let me tell you. So I mean, I don't have to tell you, I'm sure you know. But anyway, I just kind of wanted to chat with you guys. This situation is obviously going to change all of our lives. It already has. And I think that that change, at least certain things of what is happening right now, will affect us for the rest of our lives. It'll impact how we think, how we interact. And I think a lot of positives can come out of this horrible situation that I don't want to be happening, but there are certain things that are a little like positive that I've been getting out of it, like being more appreciative, checking in with people, trying to be more empathetic, and yeah, so I hope this was an interesting video. I don't know. I feel like I am really trying to balance like talking about these issues and providing like lighthearted things for distraction, and I'm just going to film the videos that I am inspired to make. And right now I really wanted to talk about this, and you guys always like my financial based videos, so maybe you at least took some of those ideas out of this. But I hope you all are doing well. I have seriously been thinking about all of you guys and hoping you and your families are safe and healthy and just getting through this the best way that you can. And yeah, so I'm thinking about you. I'm praying for all of us, like the whole world, and can't wait till this is over. But I hope you guys are doing okay, and I really appreciate you guys watching. And yeah, so thank you, and I will see you soon. Bye.